Most people, they think money, they're going to think of like the banknote of their particular currency. They'll think of a dollar sign, a euro, a yen, whatever, like that's money. And that's what we know. Like when we say the word money, typically that's what it means. That's what everyone means, right? So to get someone to like go right back to the basics and like rethink it all, you're actually asking them to do quite a lot of work. And anyone who's gone down the Bitcoin rabbit hole will say, actually, it takes time.
Yeah, it does.
It takes time. You have to read, you have to listen, you have to put your ego aside and assume, okay, let me just assume I don't know anything about money.
Yeah.
And let me listen to this crazy person, right? Like, right? Like, let me listen to these weirdos who are like,
all these weirdos talking about Bitcoin all the time.
Raving about magic internet money. There's that. There's the I don't even like the term misinformation, but it is.
Yeah.
Right. There's the misinformation.
The
around,
ridiculing of it.
Yeah. Around it's only used by criminals, or the whole thing is a scam. It's just a tulip bubble. The Ponzi, right? Like these things that at this point, you roll your eyes when you hear them, right? But they're very effective narratives at shutting off people's brains.
Yeah.
Because most people will just hear it and they'll be like, oh, I just heard it was a scam. And they don't do deep dive. Again, even when you say Bitcoin, most people just think like, oh, crypto, like they think all of it, right? They don't separate Bitcoin from crypto. It's just, it's all crypto. And well, I don't buy Bitcoin because, my friend bought whatever on Dogcoin and he lost all his money. And so it's a scam. It's like, you're not even talking about Bitcoin. Like, what does a random meme coin have? So, there's all that. Also, people are very distracted.
Yeah.
People are busy and they're distracted.
Yes.
Some people are genuinely busy. Lots of people are just distracted. They're spending, 5 hours a day frying your brain on TikTok and social media, and then frying your brain for another 3 hours on the television. And you're distracted. You're worried about politics and the culture and this and this and this. People are just distracted. It's hard to get people to learn anything new, let alone about money, which is quite a dry subject. Money and economics. It doesn't excite people. Let me spend 20 hours reading a book. Let me read a book about money. Like, so I think there's that. Oh, here's another one. Gosh, there's so many factors. It's not in the interest of the powers that be people to learn this for it to be transparent. Yeah. Like I would wager that like I have no like degree or certification in anything financial related, right? But I'd say certainly compared to the layperson, I have a better understanding of like the money system and how it generally works. But it's so opaque that it's actually really hard to understand. Like the first time I learned about like fractional reserve banking and how money is even made. For example, if someone goes to the bank and takes out a loan, then like the money is like made on the spot. It's not like coming out of something existing or like, maybe a bank has $1 billion in deposits in it, but actually in cash reserves, they only have like 100 million in cash. And then like the other 900 million, like it's confusing.
I know.
Even for me, like I can't explain it all perfectly because I don't have the level of depth and sophistication and study to understand. So it's a huge rabbit hole. And then there's also understanding the alternative, right? So if you're trying to get someone to understand Bitcoin, it's a bit complicated. It's not, there's a high level overview that's very simple, but there's layers of technicality. Like even as a Bitcoiner, there are Bitcoiners who are like hardcore into the tech side. And if they're talking and having I don't even know what they're talking about.
Oh, sure. Same.
Right?
Yeah.
And I consider myself someone who's like really enthusiastic about Bitcoin. And I'm like, gosh, like talking to like miners and like, when you're like the techie people, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Right?
Yeah.
So there's layers of complexity, and I think that also just kind of scares people. And then I think lastly, there's probably more reasons, but a lot of people don't understand why they should care.
Right.
And actually, in my personal experience, in my opinion, that is the best place to start. Is why should I?
Yeah.
Why should I care? Okay. So most people actually do care. People do care about money. People do care about the fact that everything in the grocery stores seems to keep getting more expensive, and house prices are going up, and they're harder to afford, and it seems harder day to day to get. So that should really actually always be the starting point. I think. Okay, like here's why you should care, So everyone's talking about, cost of living and da-da-da, like they use these terms, cost of living crisis. They'll never talk about inflation.
Exactly.
They'll never, right?
Exactly.
They'll never, I remember like after the pandemic
Smart
when they
rhetoric
did,
game.
yeah, I remember after the pandemic when they did all of their horrible policies, and then everyone is like, in the UK, a huge thing was, the cost of living crisis. I call it the cost of lockdown crisis, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but no one ever in the media even made the dot connection
Of course.
between, maybe there's a connection between like
How much money
forcing
we
everyone to stay
printed.
home, shutting down lots of businesses, stopping people working, and then at the same time ramping up the money printing. Like, it doesn't take a genius to know that's going to cause massive inflation down the line. And then the inflation comes, and then and then what do they say? Oh, it's the corporations, it's the corporate greed, it's capitalism, right? And that's why
It's monopolies. It's
Yeah.
it's the
billionaires.
oligarchs.
It's the billionaires.
It's the billionaires.
It's
Let's
Elon.
tax the billionaires.
It's Elon's fault,
I
right?
love how they do that divide and conquer, where they
It's crazy.
distract the public to think that it's only the rich people that are the problem. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it works because people are not educated and sophisticated on this.